Let's go. Oops, what we're doing. All this seems to be
using the right point matters. The body pod lets you easily understand what is the
sorry guys. I've got multiple platforms going off at one. Yeah. Sorry guys. Multiple sounds is golden. Right, let's go. You can see my mouse okay, can you guys?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, great. I was talking to myself then. Right, let's run. So to just for the fracker boys, the bots, it's come up as a trade on the US CAD. So I'm just going to before we go into it, just going to very quickly put USD CAD on. USD CAD. So I'm switching that one on. Right. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the USD CAD bot on now. I'll turn that off. And I was quite interested. This didn't come up on the AI report at all. But you know, excuse me, but it's one that I'm keen on. So I have got a drop order in here, and if you want to quickly capture that on the screens in the trading room, guys, then that's fine. So I'm just looking for a cheeky 2% on here with the market. I was hoping it was going to come up and double test up here and then drop back down. We're trading under the 15-minute, 1 hour and 4 hour EMA. So those guys that might be watching on YouTube, then you'll be able to see there's a 15-minute bar here. I'm just looking for the market to drop. I'll just round that up to 28. Keeping 20 and 20 and 40 here, going for 2%. So what a monster day yesterday we had. So that was really, really good. Just throw up the daily edge. So you can see where we are. The DAX, well, you can see what's happened with the DAX. The only one down for the day. We've got certainly a risk off sentiment and safe haven currencies. Everyone running out to gold, which is pretty good. And we absolutely smashed gold yesterday. Euro, USD, USD Swiss and USD CAD as well. I won't go over all summer events because you've all got the report anyway. If anyone hasn't got the risk report and wants to get hold of the report, you'll be able to see the links in the description under the live stream for you to get hold of the report. Yesterday we did exceptionally well on the FTSE. Hit all our targets, which was really, really good today. We want to go for the close this morning, and then look to buy reversals in the Camarilla breakout short to the daily pivot range, and we'll see where we go from there. Gold smashed all three targets yesterday: 3028, 3347, and 336 were all hit, and the bots murdered it as well. Today we've got the Nasdaq on, playing on the artificial intelligence play. USD Japani, we're going to hit that, and as I said, we're going to hit that all week, and we're just going to keep pushing this down until we can see the market down to 14,000. USD Swiss, that is traded that yesterday. It wasn't a report. Obviously, we did this live, and I've just Aussie USD was, from the AI point of view and multiple broker point of view, the US dollar and the euro were all screaming shorts. They just all took off in opposite direction. and I wasn't confident. I wanted these breaks, and we'll look at this, to happen before we went in, and it just proved that we were right, not to jump on board those. But nevertheless, we had multi-bagger day yesterday. We've been clicked in here today. The USD Japani, we're in that as well from early doors this morning, from the signals I put in this morning. So that was oh, it was yesterday. That was this morning at 6:30. So it was get into here, and that was not dead. We did the when was this? 6 o'clock this morning, and gold as well, which we just got nipped into and nipped out of. So we'll have a look at gold again today. So those are the early doors trades that are now developing a little bit further. Put that there. And let's see where we can go. Good morning. Right. Okay, let's go. Best but HARKO. Right. Let's get running. So today we've got a gap close on the FTSE. I'm just gonna look at see what we can do with that. Let's get the FTSE up. So targets of yesterday were smashed. We came down again and got a really good buy. Market went all the way up, and 81, 82 is Paul in the room? No, he's all right. Yeah, he's having a root canal, isn't he, this morning? Right, okay. Right. So well done to everyone who did all the trades live yesterday and then went for the big gap, went for the multi-bagger 88.12. Obviously hit if you left that on, it runs straight into the target. Today, when I close this gap, I would like to see the structure. Two things. I want a potential spike into candle breakout long, and you're looking at 12.12. So we're looking at the spike into there, or a breakdown in this area here below the 2-day high. So we've got a hole in the market here. If we zoom right out just for the moment onto the 4-hour, you can clearly see the market is in an uptrend and full of defensive stocks. And whenever there's wars getting worse and things being used, we've got big defense stocks. Of course, BE systems in the indices, oil going up, all helping everything. So today we want this to come back down into the close. But ideally, we'd like to buy between a daily pivot and CBOS. Like we did yesterday, market came all the way down. We bought into those levels. So let's zoom in. You can see quite clearly we've got this like soft area just here. And the ATR today is 12. So 12 on the average true range is 12. And we've got 12.4 into the gap. So two things I'd like to do today. We'll put these in now as I speak to close that gap there. And we will do a spike up into camera breakout long. If we can get that spike up here, we'll have that. So we're looking for the market to spike in the first 2 minutes up into camera breakout long, 12 and 12, or we're looking for the market to break down. Whichever comes first, we will get into the market. So let's see what happens. I'm looking for a break of the fractal at 33.67 as well, or a 15-minute bar on gold. So at 40 seconds in, if we can get tagged on C-ball, then that would be great. USD yen is going well. USD CAD is in a profit as well. So that's good. Take this into a lower time frame so we can see exactly what's happening. Let's get rid of this. I'm just wondering whether we can get an equidistant one-to-one out here with this, just with this spike. I'm just quickly having a measure. We're roughly around here. We've got 25 pips. We've got 20 to the upside here. So I think I'm gonna take this spike at the moment. So quickly, guys, you want to have a 23 pip stop and a 23 pip target, and we could probably double bubble this, hit the market short now. Take that off, stop above yesterday's swing high, and we're heading down to the close. So leaving this trade on here. So what we're going to do, if we get a break of this, we're going to add to this trade to get some more rupees out of the market. If we zoom out a little bit, so we're going for the gap close. But ideally today we'll go for a trade into this region. We've got a closing gap on the 30th of May, which has been left open as well. But ideally the market will come off. But you know, what I was looking for was this spike quickly up into C-ball, which didn't happen in the first couple of minutes. So I still want to get a gap trade, close that gap, and I think with the stop above the swing high, we should get the market. We should be able to absorb volatility into the market and then have the market come running down. If the market then comes and breaks the lows here, please, which chat is this? The live session. Samuel Paul. I think someone's dropped onto the live channel and wondered what's happening with people talking. Dun, 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 dun. Right, so we want this to play out. The market to fall over. Give us the opportunity to close this air gap here down to the close yesterday. What I'm going to do here, so we don't miss any other potential trades, I'm just looking across the other screens to see where we are. USD Japani extra trades did particularly well as well, of course. They were nice. The extra 5-minute fracker. Did anyone do the 5-minute fracker yesterday on the USD Japani? Nobody. It's a really quiet room this morning. Right. I'm going to put an alert down here. Just to be alerted when the market, so 87.90, that's good enough. Create an alert down here. If the market starts to come down, then we can come back and watch this. With markets gently coming off at the moment, which is exactly what we want.
Hear me in? Hear me in?
Just mute Andy. Just talking to everybody. Right. I'll just have a quick flick onto gold because, well, if this alarm goes off, we'll have to come back quite quickly. I'd like to get double bubble on this. I'd like to try and get 2% out of this trade. So let's just go and have a quick look at gold. So here, this morning, I wanted a break at 66 and it did 67 and the market came all the way down. We were doing a drop trade. These are all the targets that were hit yesterday. I forgot to clean these up. So we've hit all those and we want to go for some higher targets. Let's go back out. So markets coming on quite nicely. So we've got the 33.98s that are going to report today and 34, 33s to go for also. I'm just looking at the other screens, making sure we're all okay. So I want the market to come down. Quite clear the market is bullish. It's trading, the momentum is bullish. The price action is bullish. Price action determined by the relative action on the 9 EMA. So if the above the 9 EMA, price action's bullish. The momentum on the 200 EMA on the 4-hour is also bullish. So we can use what's it, Chrissy boy. So good morning. First time watching. Is this using your 15-minute entry guide? We can use it. Gold is a good candidate. So we'll walk through that setup. 4 hours, absolutely yes. 1 hour, absolutely yes. The observations we've got as we zoom into the detail is price action is negative. We're under 9 EMA. Stotch is completely oversold. Very nice. It means we're probably going to go trade off. We've got to watch out as we drill down where the soft areas are. Oh, I have had a few requests to do a video on how do you measure support and resistance. So I don't know, I'll have to have a look at all the training videos we've done, or maybe make another quick one for YouTube to help people. People are getting confused on support and resistance using Heikin Ashi candles and how to do it. So we do it from the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour and below. Some coffee. So I could do a video on that. Maybe the training videos that we've got online are a little bit too in-depth. Not sure. And probably too much waffle. And probably me swearing on it. So I bet we best not just use one of the training videos. I'll have a look through them today, and if any are appropriate. I think we did one a week or two ago, didn't we? Don't forget, we've got the on Thursday, guys. We've got the trading session on non-farm payrolls. We're trading non-farm payrolls live on Friday, so we'll look at the strategy on Thursday and we'll run through it live. So 1 hour, now into 15 minutes. 15 minutes is very good. So now you've got the 4 hour, the 1 hour and a 15. It follows the basic 15-minute entry guide, which is the very, very basic overlay of the 415 reversal strategy that we use. So let's, this is old stuff. Let's just redo the bit of support there. What we're looking for here, ideally, is the market to come down to some confluence, and there are two micro confluences on a 15-minute. One is here, and one is at the bottom here. Now, a solid 15-minute bar reversal would be perfect, and the bar, we actually let's pull up that 15-minute guide. We're on a different screen. 15-minute guide. Right. Let's have a look. Where have I put it? Let's go up my screen so you can see these are all the different strategies. Did I put it on the 15-minute reversal? It's probably going to be in there. Right, okay, yeah. So we'll open that one. Put on a different screen. And this is the guide. If you haven't got the guide, now how can I overlay this? This is the live stream that we're doing now. If you haven't got the guide and want the guide, if you go down into the live stream you're seeing at the moment, go into the description, there is the 15-minute entry guide, which we're just about to go through here, which is all free. If you want to get the edge in the market, we do this every single day. There's a daily edge. And yesterday, if you'd been using the edge, you would have pulled probably about 6% out of the market. Everything that the edge said worked, which was pretty good. This is my AI-driven newsletter that I then put trades on at the end of the day. So I can put that down out of the way. So this is the guide. So what I wanted to do is show you the pattern. Right, here we are. Someone did mention I'm going to use this. So, right, so what we're looking for is perfect would be a flat bottom, 15-minute candle, trading above the 9 EMA. There are some candles here that are okay. You can see these candles here where the wick is larger than the body. Walk away. There's too much indecision. With Higanashi candles, we don't have all these fancy patterns that says, oh yeah, this is a hammer, reverse hammer, 3 soldiers, 3 crows, all that type. It doesn't happen. There are 3 candles in Higanashi. Really, there is either a green candle or a red candle, and they're either positive or negative, or they're indecisive. So when we say indecisive, we mean when the wick is much greater than the body. Never trade on a wick when they've got long wicks. Wait for a momentum that is confirmed. 2 grades of candles that we can use. One that's got a small wick, but the body is larger than the wick. So if the body is larger than the wick and there's a little bit of indecision at the bottom, grade 2 candle, you can trade. The perfect storm is a flat bottom candle where the body is significantly larger than the wick. This is a 9 EMA. You want to see the market closing, not the wick, the close above the 9 EMA. The close above the 9 EMA. Got nothing here. So there's a 15-minute guide. So there is a 15-minute bar there, perfect one. Flat bottom, break the 15-minute bar, stop on the swing low and take your trade. This is the overnight action. The server's closed. Market's closed. So what we're doing now is we're looking for the market to retrace coming back, and we're looking for the market to run. At the moment, we're in a phase wave coming down on a bit of a pullback. Let's see if I can do my candle. So we have a wave 1, market's only moving 2 directions. A wave 2, another 1, a 2, and another 1. What we're waiting for really is if another significant level, waiting for this market to pull back and give us an opportunity to change these phase waves. In other words, the impulsive move down with a pullback, another impulsive move. That needs to all change into an impulsive move with the trend. So if you see the impulsive move with the trends, there's a pullback with the trend, impulsive wave 1, pull back, another 1, pull back, and so on. So if you're looking here, where's the perfect candle? Well, pretty rubbish. Candles longer than the body. Although it would have worked, don't take them. That is the perfect candle. And if I show you on the guide, I can put that to one side and pull this screen along and open out. So there's the perfect candle. That candle there, the perfect candle. Take that candle and you run it. And as everyone else knows, you run it until the market, you get a 1-to-1, it runs out or it closes into 9 EMA again. There's another candle that sets back up on the impulsive wave back down. Also fractal, but we're not talking about fractals at the moment. There's a fractal break here, fractal break there. That is another way that you can actually get in. So you can see the fractals there. This is a fractal indicator that we use. So you can do a fracker break here or a 15-minute bar, whichever you like. Fractal break there, or 15-minute bar. The fractal indicators are on the website as well if you want to get them there. They're only available for Pro Real Time and Trading View. Right. We need to go back because we need to do some risk reduction on the FTSE. So we're going to put an alert here on the 15 minutes for the market to come back up on gold. And then we're going to put an alert down into this congestion down here. And whatever happens, we'll get a trade. Let's go to FTSE. I just wanted to labour that point on a 15-minute bar because somebody asked about the 15-minute bar, and that's what we're here for live on a Tuesday. Anyone got any queries or want clarification, anything? If I can do it live while we're trading, I'll answer the question. So FTSE. Right, we're on our breakdown now. We've got a double bubble here coming down, making money on both. So that's just the shop. Someone's getting things out the shop. So what we're going to do, we're going to move the stop to entry on here, and we're going to watch this into the close. So we're looking for double bubble 2%, closing that gap. You can make everything completely risk-free. You've got 0 risk and 2% leverage. Come on, just push that one. Just get that nose down into that. Well, that's 1% in the bag, 2% in the bag. Well done. Everyone do that in the room?
Yeah, I got
Yes,
that,
thank you.
Steve.
Yeah.
Great, great. Do you know what? Sometimes I think I'm talking to myself. Oh, no, man. Right, okay. So we've got 2% live, so it's quite good. It's quite nice to be able to illustrate these things live on YouTube in a live stream. So people always confuse you, not always, a lot of people just don't believe what we do in the room. And there's 2%. So it's 8:20 and we've made 2%, which is the goal for the week. 2% a week, every week's 160% a year. So you did that yesterday. We did that yesterday as well. So we're probably up a month's worth of profit already. We don't need to look at this again. The first trades are always the best. Getting that spike up, hitting the market, taking a break of the overnight confluence and action and going straight in. Now, the area of interest is not here. We're not going to continue going against the trend. The market action or the inefficiency has gone. There's no inefficiency in the market now. It's just steady state. So what we're looking for now is the market to come down into, I'll put into 15 minutes. So we want to be alerted on the pivot because the pivot boys like to buy the pivot. And once it starts getting between the pivot and camera breakout short, then we can be interested. We can even put a cam trade on as well, just so we don't forget. We can always close the cam trade off, which is 12 and 12, 1% as always. And we are going to put the camera breakout long is a breakout short is 87.40. And we'll call that 87.41. And we're going to buy a dip on that. Just to illustrate, excuse me, Where have I put the daily edge? It's gone. Ah, here we are. So this is the daily edge you can get off the website as well. We did. So today we're going to close the gap. That's what we said we're going to do, and then we're gonna buy this dip into this get down into this range here. So we've got 2% coming down, and I would like to make 1 to 2% going up. If we can do that, 3 to 4% for the day would be nice, but a 1-to-1 reversal would be great. You can use what can you use 5-minute frackers, 15-minute frackers, 15-minute bar reversals, or the cam trade to take your money out of the market there. So gold, we are looking to buy gold. We're waiting for gold.
Alert triggered.
NASDAQ later today, but there's our trigger, flipping heck. Now there is another issue, another wide opportunity here. Is we've got this, just to talk you through this. We zoom right out. We've got this oblique support just kind of setting on. You see on the 4-hour here. Now, what we can do here, get in, you can now see the support here. We've got multiple ranges of the market stopping here. So what we can do is look for a 1-to-1 risk reward. So with the stop under the swing low. So if we measure under the swing low and where we are at the moment, around about 38 pips. So we want 76 pips to the top for our target. We've got 89. So there is a 1-to-1 risk reward. Just being lazy and chucking your trade in, but we don't want to do that. We want to be precise. Oh, hi, Kevin. Great stuff, Kevin. That's what we like. Get those gaps closed. It's a really good trade that we do every single morning in the trading room, which is good. So we want this market to come down. Ideally, let's just sort of concentrate on this a little more. So there's been little buyers of the daily pivot, which is quite, this is yes. That was a drop yesterday that I targeted, said the market would drop into. Market dropped in there. We bought in there 1-to-1 and then absolutely smashed it to bits going up there. Forgot I left that in. So this is yesterday's news. Clean that off. So where are we really? Currently, this is the market action here. Do you know what? If the market comes down to 87.60, then I put a rise trade on this to give that, just to give a nice trade on there, because a rise trade at 7.6, around about 7.60 would give you only a 32 pip stop, give you 2% return. Watch out for the pivot boys trying to buy the pivot, and we'll just wait and see with that one. Just delete that and put them a little bit further down. Maybe if people in the room can keep an eye on this, because I'm kind of keen to buy again. Let's go and have a look at
alert triggered.
Flipping heck, it keeps coming down, doesn't it? So
alert triggered.
The reason I'm trying to flick off is because USD Japan is absolutely smashing it. We're making a killing out of that as well. What can I do here? We've already made a couple of percent out of this and profits churning away in the background. So we need to go to it really. So we'll go to it. USD Japan. That's the USD CAD that I mentioned, early doors. We've got the robots on that as well.
Alert triggered.
So that's good. USD Swiss, yeah, USD yen, sorry. Now that's one that we're already over 1% up. Market's coming off, and what is the risk reward on that? I put that out this morning, 6 o'clock. What is it? 1.96% we're going for. Save me on the calculator.
Alert triggered.
So let's just get into the detail.
Alert triggered.
For those who are looking at
Alert triggered.
the 15-minute bar guide, this was a classic 15-minute bar trade. So there is the bar. There is a flat top going short under the 1 hour, the 15-minute and 4 hour, but it didn't close under the 9 EMA. That one definitely did, and we took a direct break of that, as you can see. So that's the 15-minute bar entry guide live, showing you how it actually works. It works extremely well. So can we so we hit all the targets here yesterday, and there was 3% on the table there if you want to take that, and we did. Right, frackers. So you can see all these fractals here. I'll put the tool on so you can see. So there's all the fractals. A fractal breakaway here. We're on a breakaway for a fracker here, so we might not be able to see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take that 28 pip minus and put 28 pips on here and lock in 1%. So I'm just going to put 28 in here.
Alert triggered.
Now, the worst we can do
Alert
here
triggered.
is now make 1%. So with the morning's trading, FTSE 2%, USD Japani 1%, happy days. And if this hits, this will be
Alert triggered.
1.96%.
Alert triggered.
That'll be 3.96% for the morning. So yeah, right. Let's have a little look.
Alert triggered.
Right, so
Alert triggered.
the worst we can do
Alert triggered.
is win pretty big, so that's nice. Let's have a look at the other things. I'm just having a look at other things. Let's see. It's FTSE and gold. Really, I'll just pull it. We've been doing these video interview type things, and one of the things that the feedback I've been getting is that although we put three buys and 3 sells every single day, unless you have quite a large account, because of the margin requirements,
Alert triggered.
it's difficult to get those trades on. So do all those trades. And as we demonstrated, you do not need loads of trades for the day. So what I'm considering doing, and shout out in the room, guys, is I thought top 3 for the day, long, top 3 for the day, short. As you can see, to be able to make a living or to make some good money out of this, you don't need all these trades. So I'm thinking of putting this down to, we'll always have the FTSE on because we trade the FTSE live every single day. So I was considering to have 2 longs or potentially 2 shorts, 4 trades for the day, or maybe 3 longs and 1 short for the day. Has anyone got any views in the room? Because I'm quite happy to modify what we do. Other people outside the room can subscribe to this, which is not for them. We're just letting other people get the benefit of what we do here. This is mainly for the room, for my traders. So,
Dave, I like it as it is, to be honest.
Again?
I like it as it is.
You like it as it is?
Yeah, because we can just have a choice then of what we want to trade.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
the same,
yeah.
Dave.
So I guess if you use the top group that I've put here, then hopefully it'll help you focus to choose maybe the ones that you actually want to do.
Yeah, because you haven't got to do all of them. You can just pick what ones you're interested in.
No, that's true. We don't do them all. Well, today, obviously we've done the FTSE. We're going to do gold. Am I going to do the Nasdaq this afternoon? Probably not. By then, I'll have. We don't need to. We've made all our money on just this one, and we will get our money out the market on this one as well. USD Japani. We've already made 1% on that, and we're heading down to the 14,246. Very nice. We'll make 1.6% out of that. We've locked in 1%, so we've made another bunch of money. We need to look at the USD Swiss as well. So, all right, I'm quite happy just to keep it as it is. It was built for the trader, for you, to help everyone trade. So, USD Japani, 5-minute fractal, as you can see, is setting up here. You can see the fractal lip there. If this is a two-ring law, these just to remind people, the two-ring law is where you get a pair of candles, especially Akinashii candles with flat tops going down or going up together. That's called a two-ring law pattern. And there's a very old trade that says if you want to go with the trend, reversing with the trend. This isn't reversing with the trend, it's something different. There's a two-ring high. What you do is you trade the reversal. So two-ring high here, and you put your trade under here, and you take a break of the two-ring high under here. Stop above the high, trade above here, and come down. There are lots and lots of trades where you can make money, but there's lots and lots of strategies that work really well. You don't have to use them all, but we just use everything at our disposal. So the market's come up and we've clicked out at 1%, which is nice. Hopefully what will happen on this is that the market will come up, and then it will provide us with a fractal as the market comes up with a green here. It'll provide us with a new fractal top, and then it'll give us that next phase wave. So these are phase waves to come all the way down into this target, and then hopefully down into 14,224. Hang on a second. Just put trade locker up. I want to take the profit on that as well, on that account. Bear with me 1 minute. All right. Great. Jobs are correct. Right. So what we're looking for is this market to pull back up. Let's put an alert in here. Let's just have a quick look at USD Swiss, because that's on the report. Zoom out a little bit on this. I've not cleaned this up. You didn't really need to do it. That was yesterday. Again, 15-minute bar action in play. There it is, 15-minute bar there. Beautiful 15-minute bar. Breaker there, straight down, middle of the market. I'm not. Do I want to have a look at this? I'm not really bothered, to be fair. We've made all our money already. I don't get too greedy. I think if the market has a decent pullback, it looks like it's going to a bit of a range. So what I think I'll do, I'll just put an alert there into that potential topping pattern there. And let's go back to the alert triggered, which was the FTSE again. So look at the FTSE next, and then we'll go and look at gold. Right, so we're right down into the interesting area now. So we've bounced off 760. This is what I mean when we're trading all the time. I'd love to be able to get everyone into every single trade, but while you're talking through things and explaining, it's hard to trade and to teach at the same time. So the market came down here, 52. There was a rise trade there with 32 pips stop, as I mentioned, at 76. And yeah, so it come right into the area we suspected it would, but let's be patient. We don't have to do any more trading. We don't have to do any more trading. It's working quite well. Right. Yeah, the market's not quite ready. Unbalanced volume, as you can see, is down. We're trading the Renko blocks have just changed red there, but we are trading under the momentum indications. We've got a 926 cross here as well. There is nothing good about this market at the present time. Momentum is definitely up. However, price action is down. Price action is down when we are trading under the 9 EMA, which is here. So price action's down. Momentum is still okay. That's absolutely fine. If you want to do the 415, not 415 reversal, but the 15-minute bar entry, then you'd have to trade above this level here. But in the room, we don't need that. We just use a 415 reversal. Any 15-minute bar off this level now will be absolutely fine. As an example, yesterday, 15-minute bar, there's a 15-minute bar. Body much longer than the wick. A break of there would have took you straight into that top again. Right. If we can get this alert triggered again, I will set a order in for, I think I said 87.60 with I think it was 32 pips. 87.60 thereabouts. Yeah, with 32 pip stop. Let's get into the detail a little bit. You can see these rejection wicks down into these levels. It's kind of at a level where we're going to potentially reject anyway. Just set this up on another account while we're waiting a little bit, and just push gold. Look at gold up. So I can just keep an eye on gold. And gold. So got gold on 5 minutes. Just checking where we are with gold. Right. So indices. UK. I'm gonna go back to. There's nothing to see on gold just at the moment. We're looking for another fractal. Yeah. I want the market to come down further before I buy the FTSE. It looks like it's hovering around that daily pivot though, doesn't it? We don't need to take it. We don't need to take it because we're already in. We've already made our money. Right. A 15-minute bar from this area here, it's a key area, it's a daily pivot, would be okay, but I'd like it to come down further. Let's just have a look at gold. So again, we're waiting for a 15-minute bar here on gold. Got no buyers into the market just yet. Set gold up as well. Gold metals. Gold. Nothing really to see. Bit boring now, all the Fast and Furious actions done its thing really, hasn't it? I did say we'd spend a bit of time online, so we will spend a bit of time online. This looks like we're all the rejection wicks here. This looks like we're about to potentially reverse. But I want to see if we can add to our USD Japani. Right. So we can do a fracker on this. There's a 5-minute fractal going to set up quite nicely. I'll put the fractal tool on. There we go. You can see the potential fractal about to set itself up here for a stop. So we'll just measure what that fractal break might be. So fractal break here. That's 15.7. Call that 16 with the spread. 17 of 18 pips you'd want on that. Is there a one-to-one? Not quite. Is there a one-to-one to the next levels? Yes, there's an 8. Will it fit in? Yeah, 18 will fit in quite nicely into that and go through the target anyway. So I'm going to set an 18. 1% of course. You don't have to do the 1%, but it's often works out very nicely. Just keep taking 1% out of the market. Well, 14,260. Fractal hasn't set up yet. In 34 seconds, you will see a line appear with the fractal setting up. There is no live in the morning, guys. I'll be in the air. I'm flying back to the UK tomorrow morning. So I need to put a note out as well because the daily edge, it's too early to send the daily edge when I'm going to be taking off at 6 o'clock in the morning. So the daily edge, I'll be posting that when I get back into the UK. So that'll be, by the time I get set up now, it'll be mid-morning. So there we are. There's the fractal top there. You just need to be patient, wait for the market to do its thing, and then run down. As I mentioned on Monday, you could put a big swing, not a big swing trade, only ever risk 1%. You could put a swing trade on here, and I think, heading down into the 4100 area and below, well, 14 or 60, could be quite interesting move. I just want to measure this impulsive wave, see how that went. (61.8% figure, come all the way down, didn't quite hit the 76. In fact, 76.8 is not on there, is it? Why not? Right, okay, I think I'm going to put that 6.8 then. I will save that. So this 222 is an impulsive wave target, 78.8. There's no such thing, is there? 78.6. Let's get that right. Okay. Let's have a look at this next phase wave. Use that one. Let's hit the highs. That is the low and the actually not the low and the high. It's very yeah. 100% wave on that shallow movement takes us down into 14,121. So let's see how that looks. 14,121. Just above this reversal fractal here. I think it's all good. Let's get down into the detail. Get the fractal off. Right, so here we've broken this fractal here. So what I'm going to do now is take this off because we don't want to use a trade where the fractal has been negated. So we're looking for a new fractal to form, which is probably here. It would be nice to get this up a bit further. What we don't want to see is a market pullback which breaks the previous high fractal here. So this should be a solid stop. If momentum is correct, we should not be putting in any higher any higher highs here. These should be all lower highs. And we're just waiting and being patient. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Testing my patience this morning with everything slowing down. Let's put some alerts in here. Time is it now? It's 10 to 9. But we're all done for the day with a profit. We've made a lovely bunch of rupees, which is nice. So don't forget, guys, if you haven't got a 15-minute good morning, I'm late. So morning, Sue. We've already made over 3%. You've missed 2% on the FTSE and 1% on USD Japani. It said starting at 750. Yes, it's 850 now. It's 750 GMT every day. Has to be that time because it's 10 minutes before the market opens. Well, I am in Spain. It's 9:50 here. What time zone are you on, Sue? Is it Sue Brisbane or is it Sue New Zealand or is it another Sue? Right, we're just waiting for this pullback. That is our next fractal. Right, okay. New Zealand, right, okay. Oh, well, it's always next Tuesday, Sue. As I said, that we won't be trading tomorrow morning live because I'll be in the air flying back to the UK. But we will be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on Thursday and on Friday, of course. Non-farm payrolls on Friday, so some really good trading on Friday, which should be really good. You've got to watch out today for 10 a.m. European inflation data is out, 10 o'clock. And we've got the JOLTS reports on jobs at 3 o'clock if you are trading this afternoon on the US markets. Is anyone in the room doing the Dow? Dun, 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 dun. I've lost the room. Oh, there it is.
Possibly, Steve.
Yeah. It's my last day in Spain, so we've got people coming around at 2 o'clock, which is nice. Got in case they're watching. It's nice having visitors. But they'll be here for longer than 1 hour, and that means I can't do the down. Can't exactly run away. So by the way, I've got to go to the trading office. Can't talk to you. I've got a gap trade on. Never mind. What can we do? Waiting. I'm going to hang around for another 5-10 minutes to see if this sets off. And then we're going to have a look at the FTSE and gold as well. Those are the three favorites for the day. The market is really trying to bounce off this level. You never know. We might get a spike down. You never know. It might run down, I should say, not a spike down. The market's very indecisive here, going back up. Very indecisive as well, trying to rise. Its market has been bought down at these levels. You can tell because all these long wicks are either the result of people profit taking coming down into a key area. This is a key area, a daily pivot and below. And then people are trying to buy and they're getting no momentum. Unbalanced volume is saying it's okay. In the 5-minute, really scrappy, horrible action that you just want to stay away from. Action you want to stay away from. Right, it's going to have a look at gold. In fact, I'll put an alert bit higher with this. If we get above the close, then that might be interesting. If we get down here again, a rise trade with 32 pips at 87.60, targeting 88.12. Right, gold. Oh, things are starting. Things are starting to lose my voice. Things are starting to move. Oh, we've lost loads of people on YouTube. Everyone's got bored, I think, and half of everyone that was watching have all disappeared. They've either made enough money with us or they've got bored watching. I guess I'm not that entertaining. Right.
They might have just gone to work.
You know what? I forgot about that, Brian. People got to go to work. Yeah. Yeah. I should remember that. Colin, come on. But if you are watching, you haven't got your 15-minute bar guide, then if you haven't got one, you're mental not having one. It's free. Go and grab it off the website, which is, if you look in the detail from this live stream now, it's there. Free entry guide there. It's free. If you want the daily edge, then the daily edge is there as well. I think, the daily edge, that's priced at the boss might have caught them. Yeah. Yeah, you're right there, Kevin. Yeah. Some of the collar fault, maybe. Yeah. So there's the 15-minute bar guide. That is a daily edge. That's £10 a month, or what's that price of a cup of coffee a week for making multiples of percent. If you don't believe it, go and look at the website, see what people say, or see if that link works. That's the daily edge. We're getting a few people, been in a couple of weeks now. You can just pay for 1 month and then not do it anymore. But these are all, there's quite a few reviews, 5-star reviews on the edge. That gets emailed to your box every day. Let's get back onto some better stuff, some real trading. Would I take the gold fractal buy? Let's put the fracker on. Actually, yes, I would. I would take the fracker because the price action is going to be trading above the 9 EMA, and that's the reason I would take the fractal break. So, good point. Sterling moves. Is that Ben? Can't remember all these names. Sterling moves. I think it's Ben. Is it Ben? Yes. Great. I start to remember people's names. Yeah, I'm great, thank you. So, someone was saying, can you demonstrate the 15-minute bar? We've already done that on previous trades, but there's a 15-minute bar to be took here, or as you quite rightly say, there's a fracker there you can take, and that fracker is going to be 11.11. May as well put that in. As a minimum, I always do 2% on gold as a minimum. And it's done pretty well over May. The strategy, in fact, actually, I'll show you the back test from May. On the latest. Where is Paul's? Oh, he's. Don't forget, guys, put your gold bots on. Keep your gold bots on. The 0.4, 0.6, 0.7 with the spread. So cheeky 11.11, and that should get you 2%. I'll put the can I put the I'll show you the May result into 5 minutes. Can I put enough data in? I want to see if we can do this live from there. Got enough data from there, just 10,000 units. So I want to get the whole of May in. Yeah. So I'll show you the May trading bots, gold.
Alert triggered.
2-2
Alert triggered.
modify on gold, and we'll do May. Got enough data for May. 1st of May to end of May, I guess.
Alert triggered.
End of May would be fine.
Alert triggered.
So
Alert
this will
triggered.
get all the trolls all spiking and puffing and puffing and getting an all unnecessary, won't it? Right,
Alert triggered.
48% return. Strike rate of 70%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right. I know Paul got his bots yesterday and straight away into profit, which was nice. Right, we've been broken up here. For if you are using 15-minute tracker, then great stuff. Hold on a second, I put my trade on my other account. Forgot to do it. Hang on. Right, we're in. I usually end up talking too much and I think, oh, that was a good trade, and then find out that I never pressed the flipping button. Right. The back testing there, no, that was a fractal 5-minute fractal bot. Call them Pac-Man. We use them in the room all the time.
Alert triggered.
And the bots, it helps us trade. I think I've got it switched on. Which one's that one? Yeah, so you might see it start up live. There's some bots here that are working there on BTC though. We trade Bitcoin algorithmically, where I have bots for BTC for Bitcoin, and we use those all the time for trading BTC. So there's a 15-minute bar break. Fine. Now what we're looking for is a 15-minute bar reversal. And it doesn't get, we've got 11 minutes to go. Doesn't kind of get any better than that, does it? Lovely flat bottom. If you can see that on YouTube, I don't know. The candle has a flat bottom.
Alert triggered.
And what we're looking for is a break of that candle with a stop under the swing low. That will be your 15-minute bar reversal. We'll get that stuck on and working. I'll just put no ban. It's a 5-minute fractal algo. So 10 minutes to go. We'll wait around 10 minutes for this so we can actually show it being put on live. Just looking at the messages coming through.
Steve, just regarding the edge, how about having something to trade in the afternoon when the US opens, in case we can't do the morning session?
I'll let you do that.
Okay.
If you want to pay for it, then I'll put the time in and do it. But I'm retired. I do this for fun, and I do this to help people.
No, sorry, I meant on the newsletter, the recommendations.
Put it down and do have a split for the afternoon.
Yeah, just maybe something that to look at for the afternoon session.
Oh, there is today.
Yeah, no, but we were talking about reducing it to maybe 2
Oh, I
recommendations.
see. I see. So, have something for the Northern European session and then something for the North American session.
Yeah.
That's good. Could do that actually, but what we'd then have, I'm trying to use AI as being indiscriminate. So we do 160 different data sources and grab all the information from everywhere and try to find the top. And sometimes the American market's just crap to trade. There's nothing there. However, I could put a focus on, because we can always win money up the S&P, can't we? I suppose we could have the focus on the Northern European session. That could be the FTSE, and then 1 or 2 others, FX or commodity, and then it could be the S&P for the afternoon. Bear with 1 minute, just while we're talking and waiting for this, let me just have a quick check. Let me, if I can. I'll type it in. Hang on. I'll talk it in. Where's Sophie gone? Bear with 1 minute. It'd probably been faster just typing it. I'm just looking for the AGI, my agent. Come here. Hang on a second, where's it gone? Hey, Sophie.
Hey, Stephen.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Quick question. Can you analyze the S&P 500 for today to do intraday trading today? Let me know whether it's long or short and the rationale and why, please.
Sure, I'll take a look at the S&P 500 for today's intraday trading direction. Give me a moment to gather the latest data and analysis.
No problem.
The S&P 500 is showing bullish momentum for today's intraday trading. It closed at 21,491.74 plus 0.67, driven by strong performance in tech stocks, particularly semiconductors and AI-related firms. The market sentiment remains cautiously optimistic, with tech sectors outperforming amid easing bond yields and selective risk-taking. Rationale. Tech sector strength, the index's recent gains are largely fueled by tech stocks, which are benefiting from strong earnings and investor confidence in growth sectors. Technical levels, the index is trading above key technical support levels, which supports a continued upward trajectory in the short term. Market sentiment, although broader market sentiment is risk-off due to trade tensions, the S&P 500, particularly its tech components, is showing resilience and attracting buying interest. Conclusion, the S&P 500 is more likely to trend higher intraday, making it a long candidate for today's trading. Let me know if you need more details or further analysis.
No, that's enough as a rough draft. Can you put that into words, please, so I can copy that into Word?
Of course. Here's the analysis in a format you can easily copy into Word. S&P 500 buy. The S&P 500
you don't need to read it out again. That's absolutely great. I'll just stop you there. If you just leave the text and I'll copy it, that would be great stuff. Okay.
God. Perfect. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Okay, that's no problem. Cheers,
Alert
Steph. Bye-bye.
Cheers, Stephen. Take care.
So, I suppose we could do something. I could get so this is all
Alert
the
triggered.
kind of stuff that we can
Alert triggered.
get out of. So what I do is take information very similar to this
Alert triggered.
that the market has just given me, or the research has just given me. It's very, very basic research, and I can look at what the market sentiment might be. Yeah, for instance, from a sentiment and technical, we need to do a microeconomic as well, and then look at the charts and look at all the strategic levels to be able to give a rationale on a buy and a sell. So, yeah, could do that, I guess. We could use the FTSE, Northern European, and we could use the she must be a good trader. She's artificial intelligence. Good thing is, never argues back. I always can tell her to shut up, and she will. I shouldn't say that on YouTube, but it's only a laugh. It's only AI. Right. So we've got 2 minutes to go for a 15-minute bar. What we'll do for a demonstration, and we'll record it, we'll do the 15-minute bar live as well. So 2 minutes left. So I could go on could do all the levels. In fact, we'll wait 2 minutes. And if you are, is anyone interested in watching me pull the US 500 up and looking at the tech levels for this afternoon?
Yeah, you may want to have a look at the FTSE as well. It's just hitting CBOS.
Oh, lovely. So we've got 1 minute left yet. Let's have a quick look. In fact, yeah, quick look. I see CBOS being whacked eventually. Yes, it's getting towards there now. So 32 pips stop, guys. This is my rise trade. 32 pips, 32. We can do at least a 1-to-1 on this. 32, 32 and 32, and it's at 760. For the market to rise, and we'll stay away from it. Actually, we can come down a lot further. Right, let's do this a bit more analytically. Can we at 55, 30 pips, guys, just to be a bit pedantic. And we're looking at 55 as a buy, a rise into 55. Come on, a rise into 55. And then we'll take that all the way to Camarilla breakout long. So that would be nice. So we'll have a 52 pip target there divided by 30 pips stop. That gives another 1.733%. So we'll just keep that rolling, because we're going to do that 15-minute bar, don't we? So this is the key thing about patience. You've got to be very patient in trading. Nice. So we're looking at 87.55, or 6 pips away, which is a 7.5% ATR. I'm just going to put that on the other chart, and then we're going to drop back into gold, because we need to trade gold as well. Right, so we've got that. We're looking at a rise just before CBOS, and we've got our stop well out of the way here. Gold. So there's the gold trade, and we are looking at 15-minute bar break of here, stops under here, 14.3, because with the spread, 14.5 and 14.5. We will do that to show you.
Alert trigger.
I'm just going to put one on there. Oops. Try to do all this quickly to get all the trades in that we can. It's like everything, we try and do them, they all come racing in together. I'll do that at 2 as well, because it is a proper trade. 49 plus 2, 52. That's perfecto. Just check the top of that candle. Top of that candle is 64.9. 64.9 spreads 3, 64.9 plus 3. That's correct. You could even run that one up just up into the levels up to here. Into the top of the shoulders of that candle. So we take a 1-to-1 there for 2%. And then we can take the second trade, should it work, of course. Don't do any trades on the basis that it might not, you are going to do it because it will work. You are going to take the trade because your conviction is it is going to work, otherwise you wouldn't take it. 1.65. So 1.65 with a 2% levy on that. So that's 3.3. So we're looking at 5.3% out of gold, coupled with the 3% we already have. Yeah. I guess if it hadn't been recorded or set up, no one would believe it anyway, but that's why we have the live streams. Any questions, guys, before I actually go? We're going to leave that to click in, and it will click in. But look at FTSE, can we get any lower? Oh, we're already clicked in, so that's absolutely fine. So we are set, ready to go. And hopefully we're going for a multi-bagger. So any more questions before I go? So for the room point of view, would it be interesting to have the the edge focusing in? We have the FTSE as a core, and then either a commodity or a FX, which will probably be FTSE and gold plus something else, and then any afternoon S&P 500 plus anything else that we've chosen throughout the day.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, all right, guys. Right, we'll do that then. I think I'll go and get some breakfast. Sorry, Sue, you're a bit late. Hopefully you can watch the video back. And I emailed you this morning. Right, okay. I don't look at my emails while I'm trading, but yeah, no problem, Sue. I'll have a look at the emails as soon as we get off here before I go and get some breakfast. So hopefully we can. I'm leaving the cam trade on because it is a system trade. I'll leave the cam trade on, which is this one here, until when's the next news out? That's gonna, yeah, so in 55 minutes we've got the Bank of England reporting. So what we need to do then is make, if we are in a FTSE at that time, in 55 minutes time, we need to make it risk-free. Or you can use the 2% on the FTSE as a bank, a pot to trade from, you know. I'm not explaining myself very well. You already made 2%. If this loses, you're going to lose 1. So at the end of the day, you're up 1%. The absolute key here, always manage your bank. Always manage your bank. when, you know, no one's ever gone poor taking profit off the table. People go poor not managing risk correctly. Always manage your risk and take your money while you can, and make sure that you're not exposing yourself more than 2% on any group of trades, especially if they're highly correlated. If they're not correlated, then that's fine. But if they are highly correlated, never, ever, golden rule, do more than 2%. All right, guys, I'm going to go, and I will see you live on Tuesday next week. And for the rest of the crew, I think what I will do tomorrow, it's a good gap close on the Dow tomorrow. We've got about 85% probable trade on that. So although we won't be live trading in the morning, we will come on at 2:15 and we'll do the gap trade. And I'll publish the report with the focus on North America for tomorrow. All right, guys, see you all, and I'll look at my emails now. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Thanks, Dave.
Cheers, bye.